Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Um, Sorry, I injured my back, so walking over here was not very fun. Don't know what's wrong. We're gonna start with our Senate roll call. And if you're online and you're a senator, if you will just drop that you're present in the chat, and I can monitor that a bit better that way. Because I can see who everyone is there. Abu Hanif. Akoja Botang is online. Arlette Hernandez. Autumn Massey Sims. Bajay. Brianna Patterson. Ernestina Botang. Fafa. I think couldn't make it. Haley. Isis. See both of you guys. Ismail. Jalor. Kayor. Hey, I saw you. I see you, Fafa. Shafikil is on a conference. Michaela Terry. Monir Hossein. Fwang. Samantha. Tarun. Carrie Stewart. Healy. Jade. Kim, I see you're online. Jamia Haynes. Justin Bridges. Maya Van Houten. Yeah. Odie Chisholm. Shiva Gupta. Sudhir. And Tareem. Thank you all. So today we have a couple of speakers. First, we have our VP of Student Affairs, Dr. John Jones, who is here. Dr. Jones, if you like to come up, or you can stand there and maybe give a few brief comments. I want to make you walk all the way down here if you don't want to.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the invite to be here. And certainly we do have a surprise for you as well. Many of you are not aware. Well, let me start with Vice President Student Affairs. Who understands what Student Affairs is? Okay. Let me start by, there's 20 departments and or functional areas under Student Affairs. Some of the most common ones that you're probably familiar with: student health, student counseling services, campus recreation, the Hill Student Center, housing, dining, and the like, right? So certainly I would invite you to go to the Student Affairs website on your webpage. There's tremendous resources available to you all. And if you're not aware of them, you're not taking advantage of the resources that are available. There are 14, when I said dining, there's 14 venues here on campus for dining as well. And 2 will be featured tonight. One is Mole, and the other is World of Wings. Who is aware where they are? Anyone know? Outstanding. So that means you're free from those places. So excellent. One of the things I'm gonna ask you to do, and maybe you want to do it tonight, but certainly I hope you take advantage for it in the future, is to, by way of Jennifer, your advisor, or directly to me. I have one of the most common names at the University or perhaps in Alabama or in the US, John Jones, right? You can't get more common than that. So send me an email if you have any suggestions, feedback, how we can best support you during your time here, and how we can best support you as you become successful in your time as well. Again, one of the offices that advises you student involvement in leadership, certainly if you haven't already taken advantage of Jennifer's expertise, I invite you to do that as well. So with that, don't have a lot to say. Certainly, you probably have a healthy agenda. But nonetheless, if you have any questions right now, I will take any questions. Yes, sir.
What would you say is the best way to utilize?
The best way to,
What would be the?
the best way to find out who we are, just go to the webpage, the webpage. And certainly, if you have any questions beyond that, each department has a director. They have a person that you can ask questions of, or certainly Jennifer. She's part of our professional staff as well. You can ask her directly. Absolutely. One of the questions that came up regarding opportunity for meal plans for students. I know as a grad student are incredibly expensive. The cost of living, not just being a student, but the cost of living is as a grad student, when you're primarily focusing on academics and other things else tend to be secondary. So if there's something like that you would like to pursue, please let Sharita or Jennifer or me know, and certainly we can have conversations about that as well. Okay. All right. If there's no more questions, I'm gonna do what the rest of you do, wait for the food to come. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jones. And I think we also might have a Pathfinder here. Yes, Gia Patel. So if you want to come forward, and I know you had a couple things to say.
Maybe Pathfinder, if you don't know much about us, we're in the student involvement leadership office. And so one of the main things, oh, I'm so sorry. Can you talk to this?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
Hi guys, my name is Gia Patel and I'm a UAB Pathfinder. And one of the things we do is that we're based in the Student Involvement Leadership Office, and then we help students get involved, whether it is getting them connected to organizations, volunteering activities, or just trying to help them get involved on campus. And then we also help students who are interested in creating organizations, help them create the organization, help them like follow through the entire process. And so I just wanted to introduce myself, and if you guys have any questions and want to get involved, you can come talk to me and I'll stay after if you guys want to help talk to me as well. And there's also a survey that I've created, and if you guys want to fill out the survey so I better understand how to help you, that would also be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Gia. And we'll send out that survey as well after the meeting and make sure that we get a lot of students a chance to look at it. Thank you all so much. Thanks to our speakers. It's always great to sort of get something from them. I know Jennifer, I know you have to leave, so we're gonna push our advisor first to presenting here and giving a report.
Hey, you all, good evening. Yeah, we're going a little out of order tonight since I'm not able to stay for the full meeting, but I had just a few updates that I wanted to share with the group, as well as some things that I want to be on your all's radar. For those of you that are new senators and I haven't had the opportunity maybe to connect with yet, my name is Jennifer Griffin. I serve as the advisor for graduate student government. As a part of my role as serving as the director for the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership. So looking forward to working with those of you that are new to the team. And so just a couple of opportunities, like I said, that I wanted to make sure everyone knew about and knows that how to participate in. And the first one is an opportunity for volunteering and community service. Into the Streets is a signature event that's hosted 2 times throughout the academic year. So it's hosted in both the fall and spring semesters. And it's a day of service project. And so the Spring Into the Streets event is taking place on Saturday, March 23rd. So that's in just a couple of weeks. And what we'll do is we have about 15 service partners that are offering different projects across the Birmingham community for UAB students to go and participate in a day of service. We'll host a kickoff for Into the Streets prior to service at 9 a.m. that morning out on the campus green. And then the actual volunteer service will take place from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Transportation is provided to the majority of the service sites. And so if that's an issue for you or a concern in terms of worrying about being able to navigate your way to your service destination, know that we indicate through the registration process which sites provide transportation. Pre-registration is required and you can pre-register on Blazer Polls, which I know we've talked about within this group before. And so to find the event, all you have to do when you log into Blazer Pulse is search Into the Streets and you'll see all of the volunteer opportunities populate there. And so an opportunity coming up just in a couple of weeks that I wanted to make sure y'all knew about. Another one is another signature event called UAB's Got Talent. And UAB's Got Talent also takes place every spring semester. This year it's taking place on March 28th at 7:30 p.m. in the Alice Stevens Center. We have 9 contestants that are ultimately participating in a showcase of student talent here. And so it's completely free for you all as graduate students to attend this event. It'll take place in Sorority Theater over in the Alice Stevens Center. And you can also bring a guest for free. And so up until we no longer have any space. And so I wanted to make sure that you all knew about that event. It's sure to be a good time. And then last but certainly not least, I know we'll come together one more time before this event takes place, but I wanted to go ahead and just really share a save the date with you all. Last year, UAB hosted its inaugural crawfish boil. And so that event will return to campus this spring on Wednesday, April 17th. It'll take place on the campus green from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And again, will be completely free for graduate students with your UAB One card. I'll share more about this at our April meeting, but again, more than anything, just wanted to get the date on your all's calendar. And so I'm going to be able to hang out for a few more minutes here. And so if you've got any questions, of course, always feel free to reach out to me. Are there any initial questions about the opportunities I've shared tonight? Okay, well, you all know how to reach me if you need anything, but thanks so much. And thanks for the flexibility with going a little early tonight.
Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see. So moving on to sort of our executive committee reports, and I'll start first. My name is Sharita. I'm the current grad student government president. I really wanted to touch on some of our advocacy initiatives and different things that ideas we've thrown around to different offices, as well as to Dr. Jones as well. One of the things that I think I've heard a lot from students over the years is talking about what are the perks or what are the things that really make grad students want to come to UAB and how we can, I think, either create them or sort of piggyback on previously used things. And we've rolled around a lot of ideas, including discounts and different meal offerings or a set number of free meals. And I will say that Dr. Jones and Dr. Rebecca Kennedy have both, really pledged their support behind us kind of figuring out one of those paths to go down. So it's something that will certainly be brought up with our executive committee and the student advocacy committee. And we'll be brainstorming ways. So if you have ideas on that, please reach out to gsg@uab.edu and we can, we're always open to hear those ideas. We will be meeting soon about installment payments on parking. I've talked about that a few times. Moving on to kind of, I would say, addressing financial insecurity. One of the things that when I recently met with the provost that was talked about was stipends. And I would like to say that that conversation is actively happening a lot more with the president and the provost right now. So if you're a grad student, you're in a program and you're getting a stipend and you think it should be more, I think that right now it's probably a really good time to sort of email your program director and be like, hey, the cost of living in Birmingham is really high, because right now I think there's a nice, at least institutional effort to increase the baseline stipend for all grad students. When this would happen, I don't know, but I do know that there are a lot more conversations about this and a lot more, I would say, movement towards making that happen sooner than later. So if you're, I know we all want our stipends to increase. I would not ever complain about that. So if you really want that to happen, I think right now, like if you know student groups that have been pushing for that, this is a good time to really lean into some of those things. We also had talked about early in the year an emergency fund, and I will say that I did not think that anything like that was going to be possible, not on the GSG end, but after talking to Dr. Jones about it and sort of getting some support, um, getting his sort of stamp of approval about having a path forward to that is something that we're definitely going to bring forward as one of those things that we're going to work on. I think previously we put it way down our list, but after having his support, it's definitely something we're going to really work towards. To be honest, it's really a matter of the executive committee and budget committee coming to really an agreement on how much we want to contribute out of our potential rollover that could go towards something like this. So that's really awesome news. This fund would be different than the medical emergency fund. It would just be for general emergencies, but it's right now, I would say, we're looking at what other schools have done or are doing and kind of trying to develop it in that way. But having that support has been great for us to hear. On the grad school and study areas, the grad school does have a blueprint for their new layout for that, bottom floor of Lister Hill. You're welcome to go by and see it. Dr. Dean Martin told me that if y'all want to come see it, y'all can see it. There is a dedicated lounge area there that's going to be for grad students, as well as an event space as well. So that's something really nice to see that Dean Martin really is wanting to create space there that will be for students and students only. So great things to hear. Student concern forum will be meeting on that this month. Housing insecurity. I would like to say that this is probably one of the more complicated things has been discussed, but certainly some of the ideas we have is about either having a set number of spots on campus or working with different realtors. But I would say this is really deeper into the area of still just some initial discussions. The stipend committee will be meeting, I think, in the next month. I finally got a chance to talk to those professors. A discussion board. I think our Senator Justin has been working on creating the Discord and seeing how that works. So we do currently have a group me. If you go to our website, uab.edu/GSG, there's a link there. We're trying to test out those two options as ways or places to see what people would gravitate towards as sort of a virtual community for grad students here at UAB. So if you're interested in either of those or you have other ideas about that, please do share that with us. Other committee reports. I do know that the grad school has been working to, I think, create a sort of new orientation specifically that would be, as of right now, something virtual that all students would sort of go through as a module, something perhaps on campus. The goal here is really to ensure that all students have knowledge of all the resources, but this would also be something that will have student input. I think we have at least Justin and a couple other people, students who volunteer to be on that committee to offer input about access to different resources, off-campus things and other things, student orgs that will be included in this sort of information packet type of module that will be created. So if you're interested in actually being on that committee, please let me know. I think they could use more student input. Um, I I don't remember what I was going to say about the IT committee, so I'll remember. Haley's going to kind of touch on the DEI committee. For insurance, I do have something great to say. UAB will be, after meeting with the insurance committee, selecting a plan that includes opting into both dental and vision insurance. And it will be roughly, I can't say an exact number, but it's affordable. And the deductibles is going to be a little bit better than it was this past year. So I did think that was great. You know, I think all these efforts, I would say, don't look at me, you know, look at the rest of the people here at exec board. A lot of these things have been years in the making of students expressing their concerns and expressing their ideas that you're starting to see. And a lot of the things that you guys suggest here, like I go directly to our provosts and deans to talk about those things. So any ideas you have on those things, please, you know, just come straight to us as GSG. Any thoughts or any specific comments on all of that? I'm out of breath because that was a lot. Radomir. So that would be in the fall. What? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So you'll be able to opt into one or both. Anything else? Okay. Our intent to run form is open. If you are interested in being president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, or on the budget committee, that is the QR code. I don't know if that's too small for this, but we will also be sending that out and posting that on our socials. But okay. But I will not be running for president for next year. My PhD project is really kicking my butt, so I got to focus on that. But all those positions will be open for elections. So if you're interested in filling one of those positions, please do, you know, reach out to GSG and we'll be able to talk to you about what the qualifications are. You will have needed to be a senator. However, there are some other caveats within our constitution about how long that would be. So certainly reach out to us for more information about that. We always need senators in the school of nursing education. If you know someone, we always need committee members. If you're interested yourself. And now to Haley. And like I said, Haley will touch on one of the things I mentioned.
Hi, y'all. So the IT committee comment, was it the AI stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So, okay. So first going back to Sharita's, the IT committee was created on campus. It's one of the many, many campus committees out there. But we did talk about this in the Equity Leadership Committee, which is the DEI committee that I sit on as well. Essentially the school is going to come out and all the different, well, not all the departments, but some of the departments are going to come out with AI that is allowable for like students and employees and faculty and staff to use, because some AIs, when you look at their terms and conditions, you are not allowed to agree to as a UEB employee, student, etc. Yes, I am talking about Chat GPT. And also like the dangers of of using AI and going over that. So there's going to be a lot of different like potentially events coming out about like using AI, like can you use it in a classroom? How to use it in a classroom? If you want to use it for like your project, exactly what you can and can't do and things like that. A lot more regulation is coming out, but also a lot more of like other technologies and tools that are available that you guys may not know about is also going to come out towards you guys too. So that is upcoming. They will be doing it sometime this semester. There was not a date given to me. So yeah, just update on that. So also, you guys know, I am on the Equity Leadership Committee. And the main topic of this past meeting was about the Senate Bill 129. Does everybody know about that? If not, raise your hand. Cool. Okay, so the Senate 129 bill is essentially a banning DEI bill that will include things like you're not allowed to accept diversity funding. People could potentially get terminated for their jobs for talking about diversity. It's a very confusing bill that also contradicts itself later if you look at like page 4 of the bill and stuff. So a lot of the things are still up in the air about this bill. I will say though, it did pass Alabama Senate. It is in the Alabama House. I don't know when they'll pass it. I will mention, there was a group from multiple schools that went down to protest it today. So there, and this bill will have some impacts on the school and like what we do with like our work, and things like that. And I think the biggest impact on students is that it doesn't just include employees, it includes students. I don't know what the consequences would be for students for participating in diversity work in a certain way. So just, for right now, the earliest the bill can come into act, which is in the Senate bill, will be October 1. That's if things don't change. But for now, as of right now, we are doing business as is. Continue doing what you're doing, continue doing all the work that you're doing. As we come along this path and as things get approved, we will sit here and we will figure out a way to divert and divulge. Any questions? I know this bill is a lot. And I know it's been like a worrisome topic on a lot of students' heads. Any questions, comments? If you guys have any questions or comments about this bill as well, like I said, I am on the Equity Leadership Committee. There is representation from like pretty much all the departments and stuff too. So like people are aware of this, like most of your PIs, if you guys are working in a lab or something, or your professors in class, they are aware of this bill. And there is work being done in the background that you guys may not be seeing on the forefront. Yes. Do you want a microphone here?
I have to grab. Just one other thing, I think, Haley's referenced that this bill is somewhat hard to digest. And so I think regardless of if you're a student or a non-student or a staff member, there are questions that probably come up, more questions than answers when you're reading the legislation. And that's true for a lot of pieces of legislation. And so one thing that I want you all to know is that the university is working on, I would say, some more digestible language to help individuals interpret what this legislation means for the campus, for student organizations, and our community here at UAB. And so know that that will be coming as well. If you go after hearing Haley talk about it, and you want to read the legislation, I of course encourage you to do so. But I imagine that there will be questions after doing so. And so know that you can share those questions with Haley and Sharita, also, or myself, and know that again, we'll be working on providing some language to really help everyone make sure we have a clear and accurate understanding of what its actual impact is going to be.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. So yeah, but for now, business as is, keep doing what y'all do best. And like I said, if you guys have any questions like about the bill or anything else that has to do with equity, DEI, any of that, please feel free to let me know. I can always bring it to the committee. We don't have a meeting this month because of spring break, but we will have a meeting in April. Okay. On a lighter note, new senator orientation, Monday, March 11, 2024 at 6 p.m. If you guys cannot make it, I need you guys to email me. Most people in here need to do new senator orientation. If you guys do not do new senator orientation and you guys applied for a travel grant, this will affect you. So if y'all don't email me, I will see you there. I will be sending out a Zoom link tomorrow morning. Okay. So I'm gonna continue running reading. So next we have Brianna, our secretary. Do you have any? Oh, yes. Yes, the question was, will I be sending an Outlook calendar invite? I will in that email that I send tomorrow morning with the Zoom link. Yep. Okay. Brianna, any updates? No? Okay. Again, if you guys have anything that you guys would like us to advertise or send it to the GSG email. Also, just to let you know, student body meetings are on YouTube. We have a YouTube. Please come give us some views. All student body meetings will be posted on our page, which is at UAB _ GSG. Okay, next we have Jiller. Jiller is not here tonight. So if you have any finance questions, email him. You can email me too. I will try to answer them. So yeah, so this is going back to January. I'm so sorry. He had an emergency, but he did send in an email to us. That we did spend about $4,300 in the approximate last month. Sorry, this isn't updated with the February numbers. But in total, we spent around 68,000 in the past 5 months. So we spent about like the 4,800, so just about 65. So yeah. Other than that, is Fafa on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hi everyone. So this is just a final call for the GSG summer application. We'll be closing the portal tomorrow at 11:59. So just in case you haven't applied, please take some time, approximately 20 minutes, and just fill in the application. And hopefully the notifications would be sent out to the awardee sometime in the ending of this month. So that's it for this slide. Can you please go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and initially the award was supposed to take effect from May 1st to October. However, due to some deliberations from the exec committee, this award will take effect from April. So just in case you do have a conference that would be taking place in April, you can still apply for this travel grant as well. And also just a word to all the awardees who haven't submitted their receipts, please do well to submit your receipts before the ending of April. And aside this, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email and I'll do my best to
Yeah,
respond to your
I
emails.
I have a question, please, regarding this one. For the
Okay.
travel grant, like if I apply now or any students apply now, and if he or she cannot manage the conference, like the paper has been rejected, then what will be the fund, like the $400? It will be reimbursed in next cycle, or the GSG will get back the money?
Yeah, so I mean, we're actually going to give kind of like 2 to 3 week notice to
Mhm, mhm.
students who have been awarded. So you would have to let us know within this duration whether you
Mhm.
would be accepting the award or not, because this time these monies are going to be directly deposited into your account.
All right.
So we are trying to give some time so that everyone who has been awarded would accept the award. And once you
Yeah,
accept the award,
yeah.
you'd have to.
Is there any time frame, like if I get the money in next May, so like
Mhm.
in which time, until which deadline I can use this money, like until December, or is any time short?
Yeah, so as I did indicate, the award duration is to October 30th.
October.
So
Yeah.
you can use the monies between April and the October 30th.
Yeah.
So
So is
that
it just for the conference, or like I can buy books also?
well, it's not just for it's a professional development travel, I mean, professional development grant. So you
Mhm.
can aside conferences, you can use it for anything that has to do with your professional development. So paying for softwares, buying books, anything that contributes to your academic um development.
All right. All
I
right.
hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
just limited to travel grants,
Yeah.
but you can use it for other stuff like softwares and buying of books and all that, or
Okay.
even
Thank you
paying
so
for
much.
memberships.
Thank you
Or
so much. Yeah.
you're welcome. Yeah. So feel free to, send me an email if you have any questions. And this goes to everyone in person and on Zoom. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening.
All right, any more questions from the audience? No? Okay, I think they're done setting up food. Would you confirm that, Dr. Jones? Are they done setting up food? I feel bad. Okay,
You have two servings. You have
Yeah.
one from Mo, which the plates are here, and you have one from Wow Place over there. So
okay.
I guess you start on this end, and
Yep.
end up with a
Okay.
water beverage.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna let us take a couple minutes of a break so everybody get the food. Sorry, y'all on Zoom. Food came in late. Whoop.
Thank them for the.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah. We're gonna just take a couple minutes. Sorry, y'all, the food came pretty late.
Okay, Haley, I have another question for like budget and funding. So as the Jilu is not here, so our budget committee liaison is Akusha Bouching. So uh, is it possible like we can discuss this here?
Okay, for everybody in person, if you guys aren't in person, I will take pictures of this and send it also in email. But they have also, campus dining has also provided us with some of the campus meal plan flyers. So if you guys would like to take a look at it, take a look at all the restaurants that are available on campus and everything. Please come grab one. It is up here by me. So if you'd like to grab one, like at the end of getting food, please grab one. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Phone.
Okay. Hello everyone. This is a quick announcement that right now I'm ordering some new freebies and new GSG t-shirts, and we plan to give out like during like maybe at our last student body meeting on April. And also like feel free to reach out if you need help in posting any of your flyers on GSG Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And also like don't forget to follow us on Engage Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, because like we will put out a lot of more events and opportunities for your professionals developments there. Thank you.
We'll get back in line. Okay. Next we have Chef Akil. Are you online? He may not be. I think he had class. Oh, you're good. Okay, Chef Akil is not online, so I'll give his announcement. So he's still planning and setting up these next few events. So there will be an event with Blazer Kitchen soon once again. And then also there's gonna be an event with Live Health Smart Alabama. So look forward and look for those emails from Chef Akil. Next we have Zay. Do you want to come over here? You ready? Okay. Just yeah. All right, Xavier's coming.
All right, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. We have made it to March. Yay. It is March Madness, but I personally call it Mental Health March. So we are almost there. Yeah. far as updates, De-Stress Power Hour was very successful. We had a wonderful turnout. We plan to partner again next month in April and also for May. The first Brew Crew event was wonderful as well. Our next event for that will be March 19th. So the Tuesday after next week, spring break, it'll be focused on investing in your financial well-being. Other than that, I am planning a mental health series in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May. So look out for more details. There'll be a QPR training, mental wellness 101, and then finally we'll be doing some mental wellness kits. So stay tuned.
Everybody who's talking in the audience, can you guys please quiet down? We want to make sure you guys get this information from us. I understand it'll go out, but don't you guys want the information now? Thank you. Okay, next we have Ismail.
Yeah,
who
Kelly, I'm
is-
here.
Oh,
Yep.
you're here. Sorry, I didn't scroll
Yeah.
far enough.
So, yeah, just
Um,
go over the next slide. Yeah. So as we previously discussed that, I think the first one didn't happen yet. So we need to email the Amy Snow again, regarding the international student deportation, like mostly in India. And we have another contact person
sorry, hold
from
on.
grad school, like
The
Dr. Raut,
volume
who will be the
button
direct contact person
right.
where we can make our decisions and also raise our voice to the Dean Martin. And for the Holi celebration, the collaboration I think is happening now. So we all are
Ismail,
here
hold on.
the email. And I have got already
Ismail.
2 international student committee members, and I have already talked with them, I think, in this month or later.
Ismail,
Yep.
can you give us a second? Hold on, you're
Sure.
gonna have to repeat all of that. The volume in here went out.
Mhm.
Give us 1 second. Okay, can you hear us?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry, you're gonna have to start all over with that. The volume went out the whole time you were
Yeah, it's okay,
talking.
no problem. Yeah, the first one, I think I need to contact with Amy Snow again. I think the Shurita is in the loop with the email, and it was regarding the any training or like workshop regarding the international student deportation issues in India. And maybe we can make it in this month, I think later in March. And however, I have got the contact person, the Dr. Raut, to directly who can address us with Dean Martin. And each month I will have a meeting with Dr. Raut, and happily that I have got 2 committee members for International Student Liaison Committee. And I have talked with them, and we have scheduled a meeting on March 20. I think in next month, we can have a better come up with this 2 committee members in these new positions. And for the Holy collaboration, I think it's happening, and almost all the GSG officers, like especially the president, vice president, also treasurer, they are in the email loop that the Nepali Student Association and also the Hindu Yuva and also the Association for Indian Students, and they are collaborating for the Holi this year at the same time. So that's up to all for this month, actually. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Next we have Teresa. She's coming up, y'all. Yellow. Oh, shoot, that's not my shirt. Anyway. Yep. I don't have that many updates. My past 2 events that I had in February, I would say were very successful. As I told you previously, I wanted to have at least 20 people to each event. Luckily, our Lunar New Year event had 60+ people. So thank you for all the people that attended. And my Schmalentine's Day / self-care day had 50+ people attend. So that's great. For March, I don't have too much planned. My main thing that I will be focusing on, my main thing I'll be focusing on is a survey for the incoming class. Essentially, it's just gonna be something that will help them navigate Birmingham. It'll probably also help a lot of international students. But the main thing with that is I'm gonna need a lot of
participation from the students that are already here. So it's gonna be a survey that's gonna ask you a multitude of questions like, where do you live? Do you like it? Does it cost too much? Would you recommend it? You know, where are good places to eat? Where are horrible places to eat? If you have children, what are good daycare centers? Or if you have pets, which to some people are children, but that's an argument for another day. So yeah, just things like that. And third Thursday, I'm still thinking at the moment, it might possibly be an Italian ice type of thing, or it might also be a karaoke type of thing, or we might do both. So who knows? Also, I believe I have 2 people on my committee now. I'll have to send you guys an email, but if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions for me for an event, please let me know. My email is tcbeeman or tcbeamon@uab.edu. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Netta,
Hey, how's it going?
hey, hey.
Moving forward.
Gotcha.
Oh, well, as Xavier mentioned before, we are having our Marching into Financial Wellness with Brew Crew session on March 19th. So come get your financials straight. Honestly, I probably need that. So I think all of us can use a little of that in grad school, so that'll be great. So going forward, we have that on the books. We also have, again, a practicing kindness and navigating academic relationships planned. I don't know why that committee first meeting got moved a little bit down like that, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so we do have those planned, as well as communication styles and networking, entrepreneurship and academia. And I have somebody flagged at UAB who is now a professor, former grad student from UAB, who now has like 2 or 3 companies and came back to UAB as a professor. So he's pretty cool. And then branding yourself, and then some other ideas depending on what you guys want to see over the next several months. And then we had our first committee meeting, which was just all of 2 people, but I am sending out some emails with instructions shortly. I've just been a little slammed because I have a conference coming up. So hopefully past that, I can kind of delegate the tasks as we approach, because we are planning our networking mixer for the end of April. So we're hoping to get that together, and hopefully everyone can attend and have a good time, network with some people from out of your school, and make some connections for your future business and entrepreneurship and academia opportunities. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Netta. Isis, I think you're online.
Yeah, no updates, just waiting for flyers to come out for Graduate Student Appreciation Week.
When are those dates, Isis? Isis has been doing amazing work on this. I just want to highlight that we got some great things coming for that.
Yes, Graduate Student Appreciation Week will be March 25th through the 29th. So the flyers should be coming out within the next week. And it's all week full of events, ending with 2 very big events on the 28th and 29th. 28th is a social hour. That'll be at Monday Night Brewing. And then the 29th will be Jazz on the Green, where our university jazz band will be performing on the green, and there will be food trucks out for you all to shop at your leisure.
Yes, thank you so much, Isis. Let's see, is Kayor online or in person? Oh. Seeing his faces. I know Kayor and Maddie will be sort of working on the website. I think they're slated to make some more updates this week. And if you guys have things for that, please reach out to GSG or Kayor directly. Any announcements, other announcements, any student orgs have events happening that you would like to announce right now? Or any students have any particular concerns or have questions about any of the things that we went over today? I know everybody's eating. Looks like it's good. I can see the faces of happiness. I get it. No? Any events or initiatives you guys want to see? You said make the buses go the opposite direction. Okay. You think the routes are not, or what? I guess. I think that's talking about.
So like it doesn't know the share with you. I know trying to work. But then also it's just like, why not? Yeah, I want to go all the way there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Anybody have any like other thoughts about kind of the bus routes or getting around campus as a student?
Certain bus stops, they just not.
Mm.
And they'll just move on to the next one. I think it stays them out, but they haven't told them.
Uh-huh.
You could be standing there and they'll just go right there. And you try to walk the next one, it's gone.
Wow. Okay. Thanks you. Thank you for letting us know. Okay. Definitely will ask about those things. Justin. The construction there, or can you say that louder, Justin? Where is this happening at? Oh, it happens like right out here. Oh,
It's a nightmare to get on that.
interesting.
A lot of boxes up there.
That's good to know. Brianna, did you get that? No. Cause I'm trying to, I didn't know about that. I do know traffic there, trying to get people off of UAB's campus every day is a pretty a daunting sort of matter. I wonder if that has anything to do with that. But we'll definitely ask about that. Any other?
Coming up soon.
Yeah.
And I realized this last time that I did it was super, this was my first time being a graduate student. I was an undergraduate, maybe it was kind of similar to different system. I was wondering if there's anything we could do information wise, like help the other graduate students like understand like, hey, like if you want to be able to park in the parking deck like next to the public health building, for example. I know that that's like a separate application than the standard lots. And I kind of jumped through like a lot of things, like maybe like parking and transportation. So I was like, please, I was like, I'm a public health student, and my lab is in the public health building, I never go anywhere else, like, it's something park there. But I was curious if we could maybe come up with a flyer, because it doesn't seem information is like letting students know, like, hey, like that opens up April 1st, instead of the other parking spots open up over the summer, that can maybe help other students like understand. But there's a lot of people in my program like asking me like, how did you get that parking spot? And I'm like, well, I had to fight for it, but I like don't want everyone to have to deal with that same struggle.
Yeah.
Like maybe have an informational session on like when parking passes go out, how to apply for them.
I think that's a great idea. Since I already kind of plan to meet with the person over that, I think there's something we can bring forth in that and see if there can be sort of either informational session or any kind of, I don't know, putting together the resources for that. If they could just share those and we can put them either on our website or things like that so that it can be kind of widely available. Or even if they could maybe work on that, that's definitely something, that's a good idea. All of those ideas about the informational session or figuring out a way to better consolidate those resources would be, I think, extremely helpful. I experienced the same thing. We moved from the hospital to a different building, and they were like, we were like, how do we find parking? And so, I mean, we finally found out, but it took our mentor kind of going through a number of people to figure out, where we could park at. So I think that's a good point. Thank you. Any more initiatives, ideas, concerns? Yes.
not sure if it's annual event administrators, faculty, teaching assistants for the services.
I can share a couple things on that. So I know that internally the grad school does some stuff, but I also do know that they're right now planning I guess, somewhat of a banquet to recognize all the people, whether it's, I think, faculty, students, staff who've won awards. I think what you're touching on is specifically like maybe something highlighting teaching assistants as well, or just in general. Mhm. So I will say Dean Martin is planning sort of the first banquet to highlight a lot of the previous awards that have been given out over this past year, and hopes that this will become an annual event. It'll also highlight, it'll feature a few new awards that Haley has been working on, getting some information on. But what I will say there, the grad school does have some awards specifically around faculty that they usually send out in the newsletter that students can either nominate faculty for or things like that too. But we can, I think, pass along to them that maybe like finding some better ways to get that information out so students know that it's available, is there. But the annual banquet is gonna, is a new thing that we'll be starting, and I wanna say that's slated for the second week of April. I know Haley has a little more on that.
First week of April.
Is the
Still.
first week now?
Whoa, we haven't
Oh,
moved
did
it
I
yet.
say first week?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. As you guys heard, this will be a part of Graduate Student Appreciation Week. We're having, oh, it's not an appreciation week? Well, it's an extension of it. Anyway, we will be having a dinner, a nicer dinner, where there will be food like this. And it's basically going to highlight, like, so far what we do have is highlighting, like, and I forgot to put this on my slide, but I will be sending you guys only email asking you guys to nominate people for like awards like Student of the Year, Student Organization of the Year, and things like that. I did actually not even think about the TAs. I will say this, just because I'm be real, on my side, we don't TA a lot. But that is something to keep in mind. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I will actually see if I can squeeze in an award for that, hopefully. If I cannot do it this year, I will let them know and make sure the next board, whoever ends up being VP, because I am also not rerunning. So I will let them know and make sure they include it for next year. I apologize for not having that. Next year, we also do plan on including like staff of the year, um, faculty of the year and things like that. We just wanted to like get the ball rolling right now. And then in the future, we'll add like more and more awards, but also just to let you guys know, Student Affairs also does an award, and they are recognizing graduate student organizations as well this year, as well as several individual awards as well. You do have to nominate people. I forgot when that closes, if it hasn't closed already. I would check your guys' emails. There should have been like an email sent about a couple weeks ago about that too, but also like pretty much graduate students are open for like all those awards. Sharita won one last year. So yeah, so just to also make sure that y'all know about that as well. Again, I don't know if nominations have passed, but if it has not passed, please nominate people. We'll also hand over this information to Jennifer too, because like they may be able to add something on the student affairs side too. But yeah. Any other? Well, I guess this is you. There you go.
Appreciate it. Anything else? Anyone on Zoom with any comments, thoughts? We appreciate you guys on Zoom for hanging in there. No. All right, if that is all, first, Dr. Jones just left, but I do want to still make sure this is on record that I'm thanking him for doing this, and Student Affairs did pay for all the food and offered to pay, and so we're very thankful that That doesn't come out of our budget. It's nice. We can put that towards events and other things that we do for grad students. That's money saved and a very nice gesture, I would say, by Student Affairs to offer us food for the event. There are to-go plates,
Hold on.
I think,
We
maybe.
don't know. Also, let Sharita eat because she hasn't ate at all, because she's been leading the meeting,
No.
so.
But
Go eat.
But also make sure you guys clean up sort of where you are too, so it's a little bit less work on us. But if that's, just make sure this is. Please, and follow us on social media. Like, we post about our events. Sometimes I get on there and I do a little too much on the Instagram, but I'm gonna always, that's me. But follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. We always are posting about not only our events, but we like to share things that's going on campus. Like, there's a cool, I think, off-campus housing. I can't remember. If you check, one of the groups is offering right now, like, free tickets in Hill, movie tickets for $10, not free, excuse me, $10 discount. There's also going to be an off-campus housing event on tomorrow. We're going to try to find the flyer and share that on our social, but if you're like moving apartments, that could be, I think there's going to be 30 different apartment buildings there. So this could be a nice opportunity for you to attend that event, get some information as well. So if there's nothing else, the meeting is adjourned. Please take food. There's lots of it.